Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Ralph and Rell Sports Talk. Feel free to follow us on Instagram, Ralph and Rell IG Sports Talk.
You can also post your question or comments if you have any questions for us at Ralph and Rell Twitter and Facebook page. All our current subscribers, thanks. We appreciate you guys.
That's a fact. That's a fact. We're glad to be back with you. We know it's been a while. Thank you for your patience, guys. We coming down to the last 2 days of the NBA season, boys. What's going on here? What's going on with you? What's about to shake out, man? I mean, we got 1 and 2 in the East is already squared off. You know what I'm saying? We know who that is. Philadelphia and Brooklyn, number 1 and 2.
Milwaukee, number 3.
Well, Milwaukee, number 3. So
4 still up in the air. You don't know who that's going to be. It could be the Knicks. It could be Miami.
Mm-hmm. And then we got the Heat Miami game later on today that might determine.
Bucks, 8 o'clock.
Well, what would that? The Bucks. What would that determine in the East? Does that game have any meaningful value?
Definitely, dude. Between 4, 5, 6 seed.
Yeah,
that's the tiebreaker. So
the Knicks hold it.
Tomorrow is last game.
The last game of the season. Yeah, Absolutely. The season is done tomorrow. Absolutely. And tomorrow you got that game between the Warriors and Grizzlies to determine the 7th and 8th seed in the play-in. Do they want to play the Lakers, or do they want to settle to jump into that spot to play the San Antonio Spurs?
With me, think about it. The Lakers is real wounded. You understand what I'm saying? But when it comes down to being battle tested, they got them big dogs.
They do. You know and I think they both want to avoid that battle.
Yeah.
I think the Warriors and the Grizzlies both are trying to avoid the Lakers.
One thing, Lakers and the Nets haven't played with all their stars. Both of them.
The Warriors. Not the Warriors. The Nets have played at least 10 games with them all, including the one today.
7
games. That's 8. It. Today made 8. Okay.
Today that was the 8th game of the big three
with Harden and
Brooklyn,
Irving and Durant playing together.
When you look at big three, LeBron was injured.
Yeah.
And B was injured.
And B's missing, but that's a well-rounded team with or without him. They need him to get
when you look at
where they want to go.
When you look at their cast, they only played 30 games together, 31 games.
Yeah, but that's a lot more than what the Nets have played together.
They 27-5.
That's a lot more than what the Nets have played together.
Do you know the record of the Lakers without LeBron?
Oh, it's not too good. I'm not sure what it is.
They played about 40 games without LeBron this year. They went, I believe,
they dropped from
LeBron.
number 2 to number 7 at one point without LeBron. So.
They was, I believe, without LeBron, they was 11-26.
Yeah, and that was also a lot of those games was without Anthony Davis as well.
Yeah,
so that's tough on them when you got Schroeder and Kuzma leading the way. But the Lakers are still not a team you don't want to play. Like the Warriors and Grizzlies tomorrow.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? The thing is, if you play the Lakers, at least you get a chance. If you lose one game, to have another game. If you drop out and you lose that game, you only got one game in the play-in.
More dangerous now in the play-in.
The most dangerous team
and
play-in team in the East.
If you really look at it,
in the East, the Washington Wizards. Or if you want to say West, a play-in team.
If the Lakers end up in the play-in, which they will at the 7th seed, because pretty much Dallas, Portland is Dallas at 5, Portland at 6.
With only a game away. And they have a game today, so the Portland's game could get them tired to take the place of Dallas at number 5.
I believe they played Denver.
Oh, they do.
That was their last,
Okay.
and that's a big significance right there, because if you look at the West, number 1 and 2 is Utah number 1, Phoenix number 2, and you got Denver and the Clippers.
Denver last I checked was number 4. I think.
No, but when you look at Denver and the Clippers,
I think they jumped the Clippers for number 4.
I believe they're 47 and 20.
But back to what you were saying about the play-in team, the most dangerous play-in team right now in the East, the Washington Wizards, that have a chance to go from 10 to 8 or just a legit playoff.
When you say dangerous, do you recall
the Washington Wizards right now?
Do you recall what I said about boys on video 1? Check us out, YouTube, Ralph and Rell. This is when you can go back and check the
They
facts.
made it, because they might have been at that time number 13 or something like that.
Yeah.
You said they were coming, and that was before. That was before. In the month of April, they had the best winning percentage in the NBA.
You know what I mean?
They've been 16-6 in their last 22 games.
And
Russell Westbrook is just
being
ridiculous, bro.
And they did you just say last 22 games, bro?
Yeah.
That's when we made the episode 1 was 22
Games ago. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So,
fact. And
yo,
they're a threat.
like,
Yo, they're a threat right now. In the West though, out of the playing teams in the West between the Warriors, the Grizzlies, the Spurs, and who else is on 7, 8, 9? That's it.
and that's it.
So out of those three playoff play-in bound teams,
It's 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
So Lakers is the 7th, Warriors is the 8th, Memphis is the 9th.
You know, when you think playing is
San
hard,
Man.
it's hard to put the Lakers in there.
It's 10.
But they're there. They're gonna be in the
This-
play-in. It's kind of crazy, right? I wouldn't have thought.
So now, this was the Lakers. When you really look at the Lakers season, once LeBron went down,
Yeah.
AD was down for the count.
They had a
Came
significant
back,
drop in the standings.
definitely.
Significant.
You know what I'm saying?
So-
It was a 20 game drop off. 20 of them games they lost, they would have easily went about 15-5, 14-6.
Absolutely.
You know, with those guys. Even when you look at the East breakdown, it was pretty close. Philly won by a game.
Okay.
But if Harden didn't miss, which was pretty much the most games in his career.
But he needed that rest. Everybody else got their rest. That's
No,
the
when
league
I'm-
today.
no,
You know,
when
that's
I'm-
the league now.
when I'm
Guys
talking-
are gonna get their rest periodically throughout the season.
Absolutely.
But that's done
when you
now.
when you look at the breakdown, what I'm just trying to say is injuries. Every year, no matter who's playing for the championship, injuries is always going to play a factor on the seedings.
Oh, of course.
And you know what I'm saying, and how it go. I'm just saying, like, had LeBron not got injured, that factored
I
into
still
the
don't think
whole
the Lakers
West.
they wouldn't be number one. They still
No, they definitely wouldn't
They'd be
be.
somewhere
They
within
wouldn't
the
be-
3 and 4 range.
They would be 1 to 4.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
agree.
you know what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
Like,
They'd
if-
be either 3 or 4 if LeBron and AD
Worst
was
case
healthy
scenario.
because Utah is number one.
Exactly.
with every right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a good basketball team.
Oh, Utah. With Utah, not only are they good, bro. When you talk about the West, you talk about the most dangerous team. When you mentioned the Wizards in the East, and I agree. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the East, but when it comes to the West, the most dangerous team in the West is at the top. With the most two. Let me just say this.
I mean, yeah,
for
I
the
mean-
simple fact. Utah, when you look at season-wise, right? It was a 72-game season. Utah got 38 wins by double digits.
Yeah.
So that's more than 50%
Yeah.
of their games. So if you look at it, they got 40 wins by double digits.
Then they rest their guys. They'll smoke you and then
You
they start
understand
resting
what I'm
their
saying?
guys. You know what I'm saying?
And out of the 32 games where it was a battle-tested game,
Yeah.
they lost 20 of them.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
They're still not my favorite. They're still not my favorite to come
But
out the West.
when you
You
really,
know,
when
Utah
you-
respected what they
that
did
if-
this season.
I
but
don't know if Donovan.
I don't know.
All I can say this is, if Donovan Mitchell come back, he's gonna be rusty. That's something that I gotta look into because I didn't get the diagnosis on that. I don't know if it was season ending.
No, I believe Donovan Mitchell will be back. I'm not sure.
But Clarkson,
But the
has
way
been
they're playing
doing
right
an
now,
amazing-
Jordan Clarkson is a bucket getter.
He
does
has been
that, man.
doing
He does
amazing
that.
job.
He does
41 about 2-3 games ago.
Mhm.
He
He
had
does that.
41.
He's been doing that for years, man.
Shout out
Underrated
to
guy.
Jordan Poole. I
Underrated
saw
guy.
you last night, boy. You said, "Listen, I'm coming. Just because Clay coming back next year, I want in." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stepping upside down.
Yeah.
He got 38 last.
Yeah.
He got
They got some
38
talent
last
on that
night.
Warrior roster.
You know what I'm
They got some
saying?
talent on that Warrior
Yeah,
roster.
that definitely do.
You know, and,
Draymond is the glue to
of
that.
course,
to that team.
Draymond is Draymond. I don't know if we can. The greatest defender ever claim he made remember that? That was crazy, bro. He called himself the greatest defensive player ever. That's deep, man. What you think about that?
All I'm gonna say to this, Draymond, is you valid. You valid. You know what I'm saying? But it's people like boys like Ben Wallace. They got something to say.
Yeah, but you gotta understand. Ben
something
couldn't
to
guard
say.
the perimeter like that.
No,
Ben's not going to come out there and guard the shooters like that.
What I'm saying
Draymond might have a point.
Defensively, when you look at the defensive players of the year, who won multiple defensive players of the year before Ben Wallace?
Ben Wallace, probably. Michael Jordan has won. Or at least one. Scottie Pippen, I believe. Scotty's never won his defensive player.
Believe it or not,
Scotty's probably one of the best defenders who ever played the game.
Scotty is one of the top 5 all-time, all-around defenders.
Yeah, I believe so too. And Dennis
Scottie
Rodman
Pippen fan.
Dennis Rodman maybe as well.
Gotta put Rodman in there.
Dennis Rodman,
you know what I'm saying?
Maybe,
old school. Definitely.
But also, you got a lot of defenders. For him to call himself the greatest defender
Pippen never
ever,
won 1 year.
No, he's never got a defensive player of the year. No, I'm not sure.
No,
we gotta look at
I'm a Scotty. We can look this up.
We're gonna have to look
Scottie Pippen fan. Look it up, guys. Have never won defensive player of the year. So that's when it's Dwight did it multiple times.
Dwight did do it.
You could discredit Dwight to Orlando.
I wouldn't discredit Dwight in any way. He's a Hall of Famer.
Hall of
Fame. I was a Hall of Fame, and he's gonna help. He's gonna help.
Got a lot of funny.
He might help the Sixers get back to the finals too.
But definitely,
you know what I'm saying? He might do that. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, he got to come through.
Well, back to the finals. I don't know. Sixers ain't been to the finals in a long time. I don't know what I mean by that.
Listen,
but he
got to come through. He got to come through Brooklyn.
They do, but my thing with Brooklyn is
not working.
Dwight Howard's gonna put a body on Claxton, bro. Dwight Howard's gonna put a body on.
But you see my boy Claxton rounding up.
Yeah, but he ain't going. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. You don't see him rounding up, starting up.
Maybe next year, bro.
I'm telling you,
know what I mean? Blake ain't really no big body player like he used to be himself. You know
Smart,
what I'm saying?
great IQ. 12 charges since he's been with the Nets.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably leading the league in charges.
Definitely. I'm impressed with what Blake is doing.
Clogs up the middle.
Yeah.
Not a 7-1. When they were saying, "Oh, he's not gonna dunk. He don't dunk no more." He got 20 with us, baby.
He said that. When they first got Blake, he was like, bro, can't even dunk no more. I said, bro, give him a chance. Give him a chance. Blake can still be Blake. Blake can still be Blake. He's been doing that. And Blake knocked down the 3-ball now. He's at least a 39% shooter from 3. You know what I'm saying? So
always gonna spread the floor.
You know, that's a well-rounded basketball team, Brooklyn. But the Sixers are proven to be the #1 team in that division. But y'all talent-wise, y'all are giving them a run for your money. Y'all definitely give them a run for their money because Embiid is a motherfucker, man. Embiid.
So outside of talent and everything that we talk about, right off the top of the head, right now, #1 in the East, who you like?
I like the team that's #1 in the East.
#1. So you like Philly to come out? That's your team. They going to the finals.
They should. Yeah.
No, not they should. #1, who's coming out? No thinking.
If I had to put my money on somebody, it's Brooklyn because of the rare talent they have.
We're not talking about money.
Yeah, because if I had to put my money on somebody to win, I'm going to say Brooklyn. So, yeah, I'll take Brooklyn.
But you just said
I think Philly is the best basketball team in the East. Yes, I do.
You can't be double standard.
Yes, I can because the talent level. The talent level. I like Philadelphia, but I think they can be beaten by Brooklyn at full strength. You get what I'm saying? Brooklyn at full strength. Come on, look at the talent level with Harden, Durant, Kyrie Irving, those other guys you got around there, Joe Harris.
So who wins? So basically, what you're saying is Brooklyn wins in the Milwaukee series.
I'm not saying that. I'm not
because
I'm not sure they can get past Milwaukee. That's my thing.
How you gonna put some money on Brooklyn?
Because of the talent, because of the experience.
You're gonna remove talent.
And the experience, bro, and the experience of Kevin Durant in the finals, the experience of Kyrie Irving in the finals. You know what I'm saying? Okay. That's like, you know,
but you can't match that. But you can't have double standards, bro. Where you said
they have the best accumulation of talent in the NBA.
That can beat Brooklyn.
They can beat them because all you have is that talent. They're a better basketball team. Philadelphia is a better basketball team.
Will they beat them? So now, the way that it's set up, are you aware that Philly and Brooklyn don't play to the Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
If they both make it. If they both make it.
So now,
you know?
So now it's set up. And another question is, Doc, great coach, by the way, you know, great job. But I totally believe that he's put more pressure on himself this year than ever before. Now he's number 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1 seed. This was with the Clippers last year.
Yep.
If the Clippers win the first round and Doc lose with Philly at the 1,
that'll be ugly. That'll be ugly. You know what though?
Donkey.
You know what I expect also in the West? If the Clippers get a chance at Dallas in the first round, they're gonna get their get back.
Last year.
I know. They came down from 3-1
and Dallas. And
Dallas,
you don't remember, Porzingis got injured.
Porzingis did get injured.
That's what saved.
Oh,
I personally feel that's what saved them. Right?
I mean, I like the Clippers to come out. I like the Clippers to come out the West only because I'm a huge Kawhi Leonard fan. You know that.
So they're going out the first round, so I can get a bet in the game 7.
Oh, you can get a bet on any
Clippers guys. We on
Clippers series. As a San Antonio Spurs fan,
we on camera now.
You know what I'm saying?
Betting is
my guys ain't gonna get that far this year, so I might ride it out with the Clippers because of my guy Kawhi. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I like the Clippers, man.
So that's your secondary. If your Spurs don't, you know they ain't making it out the first round.
Hey, we don't know. We don't know.
They're gonna go.
We don't know, man. Give them a chance, man.
Great, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Pop. Yo, shout out to you, man. But yo, Pop. Y'all time was due, man. Like, bro, Pop-led teams, right, became quietly as kept. Pop-led teams became like second to Phil Jackson.
Yeah. I mean, in the modern day area,
you smell me.
In the modern day era
like when
of
it
the
comes
NBA,
to the culture.
Yeah, the culture of basketball. Let me tell you, Pop don't gotta coach basketball to these guys. He take these guys with look. If you look at our core guys with San Antonio, the Spurs from 14, 15, and 16 accumulated all 29th round draft picks because their record was always 60 wins or better. Mm-hmm. So they were always stuck with the 29th overall selection.
I mean, they,
you know what I'm saying?
They always had. They
so
always
they're taking.
Had draft. I mean, they always
had gyms. They have gyms because they're taking the 29th pick.
When did they get Tony Parker?
They got Tony Parker.
He wasn't a first.
Tony probably came in the second day or something, second round or something.
No, this is what I'm trying to say.
He was playing overseas first.
Pretty much then they had a Hall of Fame.
Yeah, same thing with Manu Ginobili. Like, same thing. The Spurs really have number 1 overall picks, unless you talk about Tim Duncan. I mean, who's the glue Hall of Fame. Shout out Timmy.
That was
Kevin Garnett. Everyone else who's making the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, shout out. That's gonna be real emotional for Mike, man. Like that's gonna be real emotional, man. One of the biggest Hall of Fame
induction classes in a long time.
In history. Yep. Ain't gonna be the same without you, Cole, man. Sleep in peace, man. But back to the playoffs is gonna be real interesting. Just we've been out. We haven't been, doing too many videos, but it's gonna be 40 days and 40 nights.
Coverage coming up, guys.
So we got heavy coverage coming at y'all.
Starting with the play-in tournaments coming up this week. The East starts Tuesday, the West starts Wednesday, and thanks for tuning in for us, guys. Thank you, we appreciate you.
Continue to tune in, continue to subscribe. Check us out on our Instagram page. Check us out on our Facebook page. Check us out on our YouTube. Appreciate the subscribers. Peace, y'all.